Buckle up, guys. Today we're stepping right into Stamford Police Station, where one lone cameraman challenges authority with nothing but his lens and a sharp understanding of public rights. He carefully walks the perimeter, pointing out signs forbidding unauthorized access while making it clear he has no intention of crossing those lines. He studies the layout like an investigator, noticing idle patrol cars and even identifying a female officer inside one of them. Everything is calm, almost routine, until the tension suddenly shifts. Without moving an inch beyond lawful ground, he becomes the center of attention. A police car door opens, and the first officer steps forward, not aggressively, but curious enough to spark confrontation. This is where curiosity collides with authority, and things are about to escalate fast.
An inspector,
I'm
a PC?
Yeah.
PC? Inspector. So we've got 4 police officers for a man with a camera.
Right.
But it's quite intimidating, isn't it, having 4 people come out?
There's private vehicles there as well as vehicles that are unmarked.
Sure, but
I'm just wondering what your
but it's quite
purpose is.
intimidating having 4 officers come out and accost somebody with a
Well,
camera.
you're here on police premises.
Yeah, but like 4
we need
people.
to establish whether there's a security issue.
Okay.
So, do you want to talk to me about what you're here for? No issue with you filming, but as I've said, there's private vehicles.
Yeah,
and
it's not my intention to get those. If they're in the background of a shot, they're in the background of a shot. But I'm not here to. I'm not.
Doing a news piece. Do you want an interview? I'll talk to you if you'd like to have an interview.
Not particularly. No, I just want to have a look around. That's all. Just like to look around.
I saw you obviously trying to walk around there. So I was just wondering.
You should be careful with the information that you say like that, because I wasn't trying to walk around there at all. I was stood there for a good 4 minutes watching you in your vehicle, and I saw the sign say no unauthorised access. So don't tell me that I was trying to walk places where I wasn't. Be careful with things like that.
Have you got the footage that you need?
I'm not sure yet, to be honest.
Okay, well, I'd like you to leave, because as I've said, there are private vehicles there, but you've got some footage. You've got enough. There's nothing.
Well, I mean, to be fair, the footage that I was getting was actually interrupted by the PC stopping and coming out.
Okay.
But so I'll probably wait around to see if any more vehicles come in or out. See if I can get one on blue lights.
You shouldn't do that, because as I've said, there's private cars coming in and out. Officers don't want you recording them coming and going from duty, because that presents a potential security risk.
Well, they shouldn't drive to work then, really, should they? If
Well,
they're that
you
concerned.
have no business to film the private areas that are off limit to the public.
I have every business to film anything that's visible
You
from
can-
a public
you can-
area.
But my point is, you shouldn't be going up there, which is what you've done.
I haven't
Been
gone
up
past the
there.
signage where your signage is. It doesn't say the signage. The signage is the signage here saying that I can't go further than this, or is the signage there saying I can't go further than there? My personal use, public interest.
Well, my personal vehicle is there, and I'm asking
Okay.
you, from me to you as a private individual, I'm not comfortable with you violating my personal space.
It's
So-
not your personal space. It's
Well,
a
my
pub.
vehicle there, my private vehicle is there, and I'm
Okay.
not comfortable with you filming that.
Well, if you hadn't announced that it was your private vehicle, nobody would ever
But
have
I'm
known.
telling
now.
you it is, so
No,
therefore
you are
I'm
doing
asking
now.
you to stop. Yeah,
Well, I'm
just
not going to. It's in a public
in which
area.
case you'll have to be removed to prevent the breach of the
But-
peace, because you are
How am I
here.
breaching the peace? Do you know what the threshold is for breach of the peace?
You already have enough footage, so I'm asking you to leave.
Okay,
You're creating these
no.
officers aren't able to get on with their policing
I'm not
duty.
stopping them.
There are individuals, as I was, getting on with a matter that's of concern to the community, and I've got an individual on police premises filming not only the police cars coming and going, but officers arriving for duty and leaving again. That causes me concern.
Now things take a turn. What starts as a simple conversation with one officer suddenly becomes a coordinated response as more officers emerge from inside the station. Within moments, one becomes 4. And what was once a casual inquiry begins to feel like an interrogation. The cameraman points out the obvious imbalance. 4 officers responding to a man with a camera. They question his filming near private vehicles and suggest potential risks, but he calmly reminds them he hasn't crossed any restricted boundary. He stands firm, asserting his right to record anything visible from public land. There's no shouting, no aggression, just quiet resistance matched against official pressure. And already, it's clear this encounter is no longer about filming. It's about who defines control in a public space.
So you're working on conjecture there, because I have specifically said that that is not my intention.
I've said to you, you're causing me a concern, so I'd
Okay.
like you to leave.
Well, you're concerned. Do you police by your feelings in this country, or do you police by what the law is?
I'd like you to leave.
Do you police by
I'd
what?
like you to leave.
Do you police by what the law is, or do you
Sir,
police
I'm gonna
by?
get the officers to take you away, because you are not.
Am I in a
Look,
public place?
There are officers having private conversations about cases in the backyard of the police station.
Well, they
which
shouldn't
is
be.
not-
They shouldn't be
and you
having
are-
that conversation in that sort of place.
But you shouldn't be there within the scope of being able
I can
to
be.
film them.
Do you know you can film anything you can see from a public place in the UK?
Okay.
Is this a public place?
This is a public place.
There you go. So if I can film it.
Let me put it a different way. If you stand at the end of my driveway at home, which
Sure.
is a public place, repairable at public expense,
Sure.
then you film into my window. Is that acceptable?
Is this your home? Do you live here? Do you sleep here?
But these are private premises. Beyond this line here, you are filming from a public into a private space. Is that permitted?
Yes. Absolutely.
Absolutely not.
Of course it
No.
is.
So you can stand on my road and film me in my home, can you?
If your curtains are open, then legally, yes, I can.
So
If I continue to do it repeatedly, then you could potentially take action about harassment. But at this point, I've been here once only, to come and get some footage that I want to
Just
get.
on footage for a couple of minutes and then you can leave.
No,
please.
you don't put a
If
time. You don't put a time limit
I
on
do
my
put a
rights.
time limit on you, and
No.
I'm telling you.
Do you know what
now,
Article 10 is of the
you are-
Human Rights Act?
You are causing me personally harassment and alarm by filming here.
Go talk to Lord Justice Bean about it. The police have a much
You
higher
have 2 minutes
threshold.
to leave and then you're going to go.
No,
Otherwise
I'm
you'll
not.
Be arrested.
I'm not.
Sure you're-
Arrest me?
Yes,
You're going
be
to arrest me.
arrested.
You'll be hearing from my
Absolutely.
solicitors and you'll be having a civil suit
Okay.
on your hands.
Okay,
Arrest me
I'll
for
give
what?
you
What?
solicitors'
What are you going
details
to
and I'll
arrest
let
me
you know
for?
You are causing a nuisance.
What are you
here.
going to arrest me for?
Either public nuisance or harassment.
Public nuisance.
Yeah.
So under the new legislation that came with a public.
You've
So
got your opportunity to film.
So
I'd like you to not film or certainly delete anything that has details of my personal vehicle or that of any other police officers there, and then I want you to go. All right?
you don't put a time limit on my rights. No, I'm exercising my rights here, and you don't put a time limit on that, Inspector. Inspector what? Blackwell? Thank you.
No, are you all right with me? Yeah, I can do whatever you need to do.
Yeah, see, I'm obviously not that much of a concern because you're allowing them to go about their business, yet you're threatening to arrest me. Tyrants here at Stamford. Right guys, it's exactly 9 minutes on my camera now. So I will be here
This is where the conversation turns from caution to confrontation. The officers begin drawing comparisons, suggesting that filming their vehicles is like filming into someone's private home. The cameraman responds with sharp precision, dismantling their analogy by reminding them that a police station is not a residence and that public land offers full legal right to record. Tensions rise higher as the officers hint at possible arrest for harassment or public nuisance. But when he demands legal clarity, their confidence begins to crack. He cites Article 10, challenges emotional policing, and refuses to delete anything. Inspector Blackwell finally introduces herself, standing firm yet struggling to justify authority over lawful recording. In this moment, the struggle is no longer physical, it's intellectual. Law versus perception, and the camera isn't backing down.
at least 2 minutes. So we're going to come and have a look at so Monday it's open 9:30 till 5. Tuesday it's closed, Wednesday 9:30 to 5, so it's open like every other day during the week, weekends it's closed, and the opening hours are 9:30 till 5. They have a defibrillator here. Ah, so this is Lincolnshire Police. I don't think I've done Lincolnshire Police before. There we go, types of AFB. I am doing none of those. So the yellow phone for 101 is out of order. There's a wind chime in here. It's interesting. Not seen that before at a police station. down. So if anybody lives in Stamford area and knows anything about that, the information is there for you. That's an interesting one. Information on alcohol. Interesting.
With the confrontation temporarily diffused, the cameraman shifts gears. He walks into the public lobby of the station and begins calmly documenting its facilities as if nothing happened. He reads out opening hours, notes the presence of a defibrillator, and even points out a wind chime, a strangely peaceful detail after such intense back and forth. He highlights public safety posters, antisocial behavior warnings, and even mentions that the emergency contact phone is out of order. Without raising his voice or provoking anyone, he demonstrates exactly what he's been saying all along. He's here for public interest, not trouble. The quietness of this moment proves something important. Respect for boundaries doesn't mean silence. It means transparency, and he's making sure the public sees everything they're entitled to see.
There we go, guys. It's been more than 2 minutes. It's been at least 5. And Inspector Blackwell has not come back out. So what I'm going to do is hang around and prove a point to Inspector Blackwell that they will not be putting any infringement on my rights. If I want to come and do some photography around the police station, I will. I will do so unimpeded. It's been over 10 minutes now, guys. And Inspector Blackwell's full of empty threats. Because she knows there's absolutely nothing that she can do legally. See here, I openly admit that police are talking about confidential cases in the backyard. How disgusting is that? And you've got, on the other side of that fence, you've got a residential property. So that'll be somebody's personal backyard, and they're having confidential conversations about cases in the backyard here. Shocking. Well, there we go, guys. I think we've well established that Inspector Blackwell is full of shit, full of empty threats, absolutely nothing she can do. And yeah, tried throwing around her precious little ego to assert some sort of authority over the member of the public that she doesn't have. How the hell she ever made it to Inspector, I don't know. Making threats of arrest for things that I haven't met the threshold for. She's absolutely delusional. Absolutely delusional. So... thinking that she's going to give me a 2-minute time limit on how long I can stand here and film. She must be mental. Stamford Police Station, full of staff that are scared of people with cameras, and the inspector's just got a very fragile ego, and obviously clearly just didn't like being told no. As soon as she started making shit up to try and get me on anything, and I mean anything she could. What a tyrant. There we go, guys, until the next one.
Time keeps passing, and the inspector who once warned him hasn't returned. The cameraman holds his ground, proving beyond doubt that the earlier threats of arrest were nothing more than bluffs. He makes it clear he stayed not to provoke, but to prove a point. If he had truly been a threat, they would have acted. Instead, they withdrew. Then comes the most shocking moment. He reveals that while officers were busy confronting him for filming, they were casually discussing confidential police matters within earshot of residential homes. The irony is undeniable. The real risk isn't the camera. It's the careless voices behind the fence. With that, he delivers his final verdict, calling out ego, overreach, and misplaced authority. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one.